Worldwide movement. Peace, love, respect. Big King Sadiq hollering at you one more again. All right. Man, uh, highest energetic greetings, right? At the start of another beautiful day. I thank you all. Truly, we've come a long way, right? Thank you all for helping to continue to build the worldwide movement. Peace, love, respect. Please continue to like, share, subscribe. Uh, Make sure whenever you visit my YouTube channel that you go to my community section. A lot of very powerful and unique information there. Please check me out on all platforms. Certainly, folks, it's vital that you please support me on my developing, up and growing Rumble channel at rumble.com. You can search BKS Light on Rumble, or just Big King Sadiq. Either way, I'll come up, right? Please check out my music on all the streaming platforms, right? Please enjoy that. Certainly, uh, please support me and get my two books available currently on Amazon, affordably priced for everyone. Man, so thank you all. And I wanted to touch quickly on a subject um, that is both profound and extremely interesting, right? So, by now, we have gotten to a point where not only do we understand and know, but it is just about, um, it's really almost become commonplace that we understand not only that there have been uh, various extraterrestrial or non human uh, intelligent civilizations or groups, however you want to refer or put that, that have interacted with humanity for centuries, if not millennia, right? Um, and it has also become commonplace, or almost commonplace, that we understand that we've had interaction with the sort of low vibrational frequency uh, uh, grouping of those non-human intelligences, right? We've had those interactions for quite a long time, right? And in many ways, those interactions have been very intrinsic in our development and our evolution as a species. Certainly, a very influential hand in the way our world has been run, right? In the old paradigm, as we label it. Um, whether you're talking about uh, what we've learned from the Sumerian scrolls and tablets about the Anunnaki. If you want to go before that and sort of predate Sumeria into some earlier African civilizations and cultures um, that have interacted with non human intelligences, has not all been nefarious or dark. There have been, for example, uh, uh, tribes in Africa that have benefited and learned a great deal uh, from non-human intelligences, right? Uh, whether it be the intricate knowledge of star systems that we're just learning about with some of our most advanced technologies now, uh, whether it be some incredible ways that we have been influenced in the development of our societies, whether it has been archaeological findings that depict uh, very advanced and very technologically advanced architecture and other ways that our civilization have been impacted, not nefariously, but in a beneficial way. But we also have not been able to get away from the fact that there have indeed been uh, some interferences into humanity's development uh, that have not been beneficent, right? That have been nefarious, myopic, self serving interferences that have provided or certainly at least added to many of the stumbling blocks or the challenges that we've had to face in our spiritual maturation on this planet, right? Um, we have had that. We've gone through that and we've grown through that, right? And much of which, as we have become so aware, many of us, of it, we are sort of rapidly diffusing out of, right? We're taking our lessons, right? Remember, anything that we go through, there's always at least a lesson. And quite often, in the more difficult things that we go through, there are often more profound lessons, right? So we don't have to look with regret or uh, any feeling that we wish those things wouldn't have happened to us. No, they happened, uh, and it was challenging and difficult, maybe even sometimes dark and nefarious. But in the long run, they benefited us by adding to our maturation, right? Certainly providing us many lessons to be learned. So we've gotten to a point where we can cognize that those things have been a part of our journey. But now, in this new paradigm, right, in this new year, and this, and yes, 2024 is going to be a powerful year. Already has been, right? Not even a month old yet. Already has been an extremely powerful year, and that will continue to grow and build as the year progresses. But one of the more bright things to look forward to in this year and forward, right, is the beginning of the beneficent quote unquote ETs making their presence known, right? And um, to some who have been looking for aid, right, from beneficent ET or beneficent non-human intelligences, there may be some of that, right? But only appropriately so, right? They're not here to mature us. They're not here to do the work for us. We've got to do that, right? Um, but most certainly, there will be more of a presence made known, and in certain ways, right? There will be aid and benefit. So we can look forward to that, and much of it will be awesome, right? And when I say awesome, I mean it is truly awe inspiring, uh, because folks understand that, yes, while extremely advanced and in many cases far beyond where humanity is currently on this planet, those nefarious or sort of dark, low vibrational frequency non-human intelligences or ETs, um, what they may have been and what they would represent, when you start to think about these beneficent ET races or civilizations, non-human intelligences that are not trapped. See, those low vibrational frequency um, non-human intelligences or ETs are still capped, right, at a certain vibrational frequency, um, as they still themselves have not reached a certain point of spiritual maturity, right? So even dimensionally, right? They may transcend and certainly do transcend in many ways third dimensional perception, and may flourish in higher dimensional perception like fourth dimensional perception, right? Uh, but understand that they are capped at that point, right? And don't really have the full spectrum of multidimensionality that you enter into once you start talking dimensionally, that is, about uh, uh, having perception and a high enough spiritual maturation that you can surpass those thresholds into fifth dimensional and beyond, right? Fifth dimensional experiences and beyond. They simply don't resonate that high. They don't, right? Um, which is why when you begin to, you nearly become invisible to them, right? You are simply resonating at a higher vibrational frequency than they are actually able to attain, despite their far more advanced uh, technological standing. If they have not attained that in spiritual maturation, they cannot surpass those thresholds while you have every opportunity to do so. But these beneficent non-human intelligences, right, and or ETs, um, are able to descend down to us from, right, higher dimensional planes of existence, fifth dimension and beyond, right, true multidimensionality. Um, and they will, if we're impressed by the non-human ET, the low vibrational frequency non-human ET technological advancements, we will be completely blown away by the advancement and the technological um, wherewithal, you might say, or the level of technological advancement that these beneficent non-human intelligences and or ETs have attained. Very, and folks, there are human intelligences that are not originating from this planet. Humanity is spread throughout the galaxy, right? There are other human, let's use the term humanoid. They might not look exactly like us, but they're quite very, very similar, many of them, right? Um, but in any case, the beneficent non-human intelligences and or ETs are truly advanced. I mean, advanced on a whole nother level. And there have been those of us who've had communications with them in the form of visions, sometimes what we would perceive as extrasensory uh, perception communications. Um, I myself have had that, right? I've just recently started to talk about the fact that in my earlier years, I have had some interaction with Palladians, right? Um, very in my very early years, right? But the visions and the incredibly lucid dreams or dream states in which I have been made aware of some of their technologies, folks, blow you away. First of all, even just their vehicles, those of them that use vehicles, there are many of them who are able simply to, uh, again, descend into our dimensional state from higher dimensional realities, right? Um, but those of them who do utilize vehicles, um, if we're impressed by what we've seen these low vibe ETs have or demonstrate, right, in terms of their technologically advanced vehicles, you will truly be blown away by what these beneficent non-human intelligences and ETs will arrive in. I mean, you can't even imagine it with the with how with how far we've gotten so far, right? Um, coming just making our way out of the old paradigm. Again, in comparison, even to those low vibe non human intelligences and ETs, we talking about a whole nother level. I mean, truly, it'll blow you away, right? Um, they will begin to make their presence more known um, as we've gotten to a state where we're far more ready to be able to deal with that without just descending into fear and low vibrational frequency states, right? We can be more awe-inspired and just take in the magnificent majesty of how far, incredibly far advanced these species and civilizations are, right? And in fact, we can call them family, right? Because they have that kind of beneficent love for us, um, and have in many ways aided us along the way without necessarily directly interfering the way the low vibrational frequency uh, non-human intelligences and or ETs have. So look forward to that because that's one of the incredible, just one of the incredible new things on the horizon for humanity, right? So again, do not embrace fear, right? Don't sink into low vibrational frequency states, but understand it's coming. It's coming big time. And once we become, for lack of a better way to put it, more used to that, right? Once we become, they'll do it gradually and appropriately, right? And once we become more comfortable with their presence, um, the interaction will grow and our benefit from that will soar, right? So look forward to that. It's exciting, folks. Man, I'm excited and I look forward to it. Thank you all. I love you all. Worldwide movement. Peace, love, respect. I'm out.